Hey folks, I'm going to be doing a unboxing here of a Kickstarter that just arrived. This is Teotihuacan, City of Gods Deluxe Master Set. I did get the 5th player expansion and the player mats and the mat for the board and all that stuff. So I'll show that stuff after this, or after we get through this the main box here. But this is the deluxeified version of this game. It's been out for a while, but it was just recently redone and it showed up in the mail today. So let's go ahead and get this open. All right. So this is the main box here. If I can get this open. It's a rather deep box, as you can see. Come on. Maybe. There we go. All right. Oh, my box is a little dented on the sides. That might be why. All right. So here we have a packing guide. How to put everything in where they go in the trays, how everything stacks back into the box. That's very nice to see. Love seeing that. Then we have a rule book here too. Yeah, core rules. This is glossy paper. It is 21-ish pages with some common questions here, but we've got a components list, various modules. I'll move this over so it's easier to see. Solo mode, contents, QR code for living rules, how to set up, if it's your first game, not your first game, rules of play, the eclipse and the end game. No reference on the back or anything. That is the core rules booklet. Then we have a modules booklet. Contains rules for all the modular content. Modules 1 through 5 were previously released as part of the late pre-classic period expansion, whereas modules 6 through 9 were part of the expansion period expansion. The contents of the Shadow of Zidal expansion, along with previously released promotional content, are already seamlessly integrated with the core rules and do not need to be separated from the rest of the core game. Variant rules, module rules, player setup, all rules, variants, all kinds of stuff. Module 5, Module 6, Module 7, Module 8, Module 9. So that's the modules booklet. Then we have the solo mode booklet. Modules booklet is 16 pages long. Standard solo rules. And then rules for the different modules if you're going to implement those. And that is not 11 pages long. It's the solo rules. Then we have the expert challenges booklet. Book 1, I think there's like 7 books, maybe? Book 4. No, just 4 books. So I think these have different setups, different challenges for you to do. Book 4, Technology Challenge. And this booklet is basically 22 pages in length. Then we have the appendix booklet. A lot of booklets with this game. Altar tiles. Okay, so this is just going to tell you what each tile does in detail. The different priests and priestesses, etc., etc. Royal tiles, region benefits, season cards, technology tiles. This is 27 pages in length. All right, now we have, this is in a sheet of cellophane here, so let's get this open. These are reference guides, it looks like. Yeah, player turn, eclipse scoring, game end, season of progress, major discovery tiles, etc., etc. There's 4 of these, one for each player, and then there's another another reference sheet here, expanding empires, with some iconography on the back. That's probably, yeah, I'm not sure where that's going to be used for. Then we have the player boards. These are dual layer. If you can kind of see that a little bit. Yeah, there we go. They're not super dual layer thick. There's a cutout there. So I'm sure that's where we slide certain things. But these are the player boards. They're all basically identical. Then we have the main board. There is some spot UV on certain areas, as you can kind of see there. I'll open this up after we go through everything here. Then we have some trays here. So this looks like it is somewhat pre-organized. So we've got some tokens here. They are wood. They are screen printed on both sides. So I'm guessing that's maybe coal or onyx. That's got to be coal. That's the bigger denominations of that. And then we've got some, Lord, I don't know what it is. Some kind of stone or something. I'm not sure. I'm guessing that's gold. There's stone blocks, and then wood, obviously. So those are the resources. It does have their symbol. Kind of hard for you all to see that. You can kind of see it there, the symbol on top of the tray to indicate where each one goes. So that's that. Then this middle one here. We've got big chunky dice. Big chunky dice. They're wood. Nice clickety clack. We have some screen printed meeples here. There's a bunch of various different types of meeples. These look like some sort of warriors. And they are screen printed on both sides. And there's a bunch per player color. Then we have some larger tiles here. I have not played this before, so I don't know what any of this stuff is. But they all have this similar back, and then they are all screen printed. I'm assuming this are actions you can sort of take. Those are all in a bag. Alright, so these were laid down like that, and that was over there, then the dice were there. Then we got a brick of cards. Looks like the only brick that's in here. Go ahead and open those up. Various backs for different cards, I'm assuming. Yeah, I'm not sure what all of these cards do. But they do have a linen finish on them. Pretty decent cards, from what I could tell. Okay. There was that. And then this one up here. We got other bits and bobs. Some more wooden tokens that are screen printed on both sides. Look like some sort of pillars or rugs, maybe. Then we have 2 cylinder tokens that are only screen printed on one side. And then some smaller cylinders in each player color, not screen printed. Here we have various other tokens that are screen printed on both sides. Looks like some sort of shaman maybe, and vases of some sort. Each one in a different player color. We have some huts maybe. Not sure what those are. Those are screen printed on both sides. We have, I think this is the last player token, player marker, and then this is the first player marker. They are screen printed on one side only. So that was that. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think this is the wells where you put each player's components. And let's see what else we got in here. Here's all the punch boards that make up the map. Well, no. Maybe different pieces you can slot in and out of the map. There's a ton of punch boards there. Let's see if we can open it up and take a look at a couple of them here. How does this open? There it is. All right. Yeah, so these are double-sided, and I might as well just punch that one out. It's already falling apart, but you see kind of like a puzzle piece there a little bit. So I'm not sure how all of these go together. There's this one that was punched out, a second one, and then here's another one. This is the, I think this is called the Nations board, where you keep track of how nations are spreading. Might as well punch out this other one since we're here. Maybe these go together like that somehow. I don't know. I guess I do. Kinda. Yeah. Alright. That's that. Those are those. Then we have all kinds of other boards of tokens that need punched out. Here's all the people, Quetzalcoatl. I'm not even going to try to pronounce the rest of those. All kinds of different tokens. Then we have a bottom tray that's got some cloth bags in it here. So there's a white bag that's linen. And then a green one. We have an orange one and a blue one. Then we have more wooden components. These are all tiles, double-sided, screen printed on both sides. Looks like they did a pretty good job. I'm not going to pull all of these out of here. Yeah, they're all pretty much the same style, wooden tiles, just different things printed on them. These are all the tiles I believe you're laying out. So let's just get this lid back on here. We'll get all this back in here. Oops. These have got to go in there like that. Okay. Those down on there like that. These tiles on top of that like that. Then we have these components. The trays sitting down there like that. Then we have the board. So let's slide this out of the way. See if we can't open up this board a little bit. Looks like we have a scoring track that goes around the outside. So here's the board. Just barely fits in frame. So this is you're basically putting out workers, from what I understand, and taking different actions based on where you put them. It's a very busy Euro game. You're building a temple in the center here, or yeah, I think you're building it. This does look like it is double-sided. Let's see if I can flip this over to look at the other side. There's the other side. You can see the spot UV ray on there. Spot UV on the various outlines of the buildings and such. Alright, so that's the map. Main board. I'll put that back in there. Let's see here. Then, let's put our stuff back in here. We had the dual layer player boards. We had the reference sheets. We had all the rule books. And then the how to put everything back together. There's also, outside of this box, in the main shipping box, was this errata sheet, solo errata. And then on the back, just more errata for that solo game. So I'll keep that in there. And let's put the lid back on here. Okay. So that is Teotihuacan, City of Gods, Deluxe Master Set. Now, also came with a pack of Paladin cards, the Percivals. This is supposed to be enough sleeves to actually sleeve those cards, that deck of cards that's in there. Additionally, it came with some player mats. Well, it didn't come with. I purchased them, or it was in the all-in pledge. So we've got different player mats. So instead of using the two-layer boards, you could use these. There's one per player. We have the Teotihuacan City of Gods 5th player expansion. Might as well open this up real quick. Just going to add another player. So you got dice. You've got all the green components. Screen printed on both sides. You've got the 5th player expansion, rulebook, expansion versus original core game. More cardboard tiles to punch here. Another player's reference sheet, and then a dual layer board if you wanted to use that instead of the stitched boards. I'm not sure which I will use just yet. I'll probably see how each one works. But that is the 5th player expansion. And then we have the actual play mat, which is double-sided as well. I'm not going to unroll this because we just looked at the main board, but it is stitched on the ends, so it's not going to fray, and it is double-sided, so it's just as the same, just as the cardboard board that comes in the game. It is double-sided. It obviously doesn't have the spot UV on the map, but that's okay. So we'll get that out of the way. 5th player, mats, and then the main game. Looking forward to playing this. It seems like a very in-depth game with a lot of engine building and getting resource gathering and that type of stuff. Very Euro-y, so I'm excited to actually play this. Anyways, this was Teotihuacan, City of Gods Deluxe Master Set. Thanks for watching.